Hi, everyone. I got back from Ethiopia Monday morning after an all-night flight from Addis Ababa. The flight went well, and I actually was able to get lots of sleep. I've only been home one night, but it seems like there has been little to no jet lag. Let me tell you about my time there. Nathan Graves, the man next to me, heads up a ministry called Eagles of Peace. Next to him is his vice president of Eagles of Peace, whose name is Calvin. Eagles of Peace is based out of Albania. He heard me speak a couple of years ago at Woodland Park Baptist Church in Chattanooga. After he heard me, he asked me if I would be willing to keynote a meeting he was going to have in Ethiopia. Their basic goal is to help mobilize other denominations in other countries who are strong but do not have many missionaries that have been sent out. The denomination that they're working with is the Ethiopian Kale Haywit Church. Now, let me give you the big picture of Ethiopia. Ethiopia is 128 million people, roughly one-third the size of the United States, living in a country that is about the same size as Texas. Ethiopia is around 40% Orthodox Christianity. Then there are 20% evangelicals. Muslims make up 30%, and the rest is a mix. Of the 20% evangelicals in Ethiopia, Kale Haywit Church makes up about 35% of all evangelicals. They are 13 million strong with about 13,000 churches. But they've only sent out about 75 missionaries. Eagles of Peace goal was to get the top pastors from within their denomination to start getting more excited about missions. This is why Nathan flew me in. I arrived Thursday morning, took a nap, and then was driven to one of the denominational's campgrounds where the meetings were to be held. The grounds were beautiful. It is on the side of a lake created from a volcano. They had dining areas, many places to sleep, and it was perfect weather. I stayed on the top floor of one of these apartments. That night, I was asked to speak briefly and let them know what I would be talking about. In total, there were around 120 pastors attending, along with key leadership. The next day, I gave them 2 keynote messages from the top line and the bottom line material that I teach. They were blown away. As one pastor stood up, he said, "Bob has given us a correct understanding of the big picture of the Bible in 2 hours." In between these meetings, Calvin spoke about a consultation they wanted the denomination to have in about a year or so, where they would adopt an agreement to send out many more missionaries. The final number of missionaries is yet to be decided, but that's what they came for and what they hope to do within the next year. The next day, Calvin spoke all morning, and I was told the pastors were saying, "Where's Bob? We want to hear Bob." That afternoon, I gave my final message on the 2 judgments all Christians will face. I call them J1 and J2. Those talks are on my YouTube channel, and the message was greatly received. Sunday morning, we had breakfast and then left the campground and went to the apartment of one of the Eagles of Peace staff, a couple named Ephraim and Nazareth. They are El Salvadorian, and I really like them. They took Nathan, Calvin, and me out for a lunch at a lovely park built by the Chinese for the Ethiopians. If you're not aware, China is all over the globe doing things like this, trying to get a larger footprint in the world. I was then taken to the airport at 8 p.m. All in all, I'd give the meetings a 9.5 out of 10. I am in touch with the leadership and have sent them my books to be translated into Amharic, and I believe they will ask me back at some point in the future. One side interesting note. Nathan told me, "Did you notice that no one here smokes in Ethiopia?" And that's exactly what I found. Everywhere we went, nobody was smoking. I have no idea why that is, nor does he, but it was just very interesting. Well, I cannot thank you enough for your prayers and fasting. Just like Pakistan, I never got sick, and jet lag has been very minimal. In 2 weeks, Debbie and I will head to the homeschool convention here in Richmond, Virginia, and then 4 days later, we lead a team of 10 ladies to Kenya starting on June 9th. Much more on that later. But thank you to all of you for all of your prayers and fasting. I truly needed it, and I truly believe God heard them and acted on it.